Hello and welcome to Roadrunner Predictions. Today we're going to touch base in the XFL. I'm going to go ahead and read you the 1 through 8 ranking system that Vegas has for odds of who's going to be winning the championship. It's number 1 DC Defenders at plus 350, with Houston Roughnecks at number 2 at 380 odds, plus 380 of course. And number 3 New York Guardians, number 4 Tampa Bay Vipers, number 5 Dallas Renegades, number 6 St. Louis Battlehawks, and number 7 Los Angeles Wildcats, and number 8 Seattle Dragons. The only thing to really note that is kind of indifferent on this list is the 1 through 3 all won in week 1, to where number 6 St. Louis Battlehawks won also in week 1, but they're placed at 6, which means they think there's value on Tampa Bay Vipers and Dallas Renegades, but the numbers are basically not too much. Basically, both 6-1. You have a plus 600 for Tampa Bay Vipers and plus 625 for the Dallas Renegades. I'm going to go ahead and go into the matchups and tell you what their spreads are so you can get your fix in and kind of see where they're kind of laying the league at. But ironically, all the teams that won had to play each other. So you have a win-win team versus a win-win team. Then you have a loss-loss team versus a loss-loss team. So let's go ahead and touch base into that. And from there, we'll go into more details on another video. I'll go ahead and break down individual matchups. You have the New York Guardians, who are 1-0 at 1 o'clock, and ABC versus DC Defenders, who are also 1-0. And the over-under is at 47. And who do you think's the favorite in this game? DC Defenders, -7. Let's go to game 2. Also on Saturday, it's going to be Tampa Bay Vipers, -2.5 over the Seattle Dragons, aka Sea Dragons. And it's going to be at 4 o'clock on Fox. The over-under is at 43.5. It looks like they're starting to really put value on the team's over-unders. By the way, Tampa Bay Vipers had 400 yards of offense and didn't even produce touchdowns. So there might be a play on that. The Seattle Dragons, they were a little bit slumpish on maybe so much offense, but they had a couple plays on defense. So we'll go ahead and see how that ends up playing out. Like I said, I'm going to do an individual breakdown on each matchup. Hopefully starting tomorrow, and then by Saturday morning I'll have for Sundays. So let's go into Sunday. We have Dallas Renegades, who are 0-1, and they are -4 favorite over Los Angeles Wildcats. Wildcats seem to be suffering a little bit from the not lack of trying, but just lack of product. But I'm very eager to see how they're going to turn out, because I'll tell you what, week 3 will kind of have more of an identification. Still, second week, there's still a lot to learn from these teams. Running backs, we have our first kind of maybe controversy on who's going to start. Not controversy, but first dilemma of who's going to start for Tampa Bay Vipers in QB position. It's pretty exciting. So we're actually going to start to see things play out. And yeah, I am going to be following it pretty closely. And I'll be updating more on the XFL because, I don't know, I like it. And I think there's a niche for it for the content. And that game's at 2 p.m. Now let's go to the last game on Sunday. You have 1-0 St. Louis Battlehawks, who are a 9.5-point underdog and won, I think, by 8 or 9 points. That's just crazy. And now they're facing Houston Roughnecks, who was not a team to sell short. They seemed really good, in my opinion, probably the second, and that's probably why they're on number 2 in the Vegas odds over it. DC Defenders had the coolest offense, I think, and maybe the most orchestrated. But this is an interesting matchup when they play New York Guardians, who had a superb defense. But was that a fluking game 1 against Tampa Bay Vipers, or did it seem legit? I think it seemed pretty legit, but we'll go into detail about that later. Houston Roughnecks, I tell you what, getting 8 over St. Louis Battlehawks. Battlehawks are probably like, well, we got that last time. But if I see the attitude of St. Louis Battlehawks saying, no, we need to stay focused and go on this, or then I'll like St. Louis Battlehawks. But if I see that their egos kind of got the best of them, they're saying, hey, you know what, you guys said that last time, look what happened, I'll be leaning for Houston Roughnecks for taking that poll. I'm sorry, taking that bet. The over-under is at 49.5. Houston Roughnecks, 1-0, -8, and that -8, and that game starts at 5 p.m. Well, that's just a quick update on the spreads and going into week 2 in the XFL. Thank you for checking in with the Roadrunner. Beat